Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Lacking special distinction, rank, or status, commonly encountered. Average people. Compute the average of. Around the middle of a scale of evaluation. An orange of average size. Approximating the statistical norm or average or expected value. The average income in New England is below that of the nation. Amount to or come to an average, without loss or gain. The number of hours I work per work averages out to 40. A statistic describing the location of a distribution. Relating to or constituting the middle value of an ordered set of values, or the average of the middle two in a set with an even number of values. Lacking exceptional quality or ability. A novel of average merit. Relating to or constituting the most frequent value in a distribution. Achieve or reach on average. He averaged AC. An intermediate scale value regarded as normal or usual. He is about average in height. Sports, the ratio of successful performances to opportunities. Lacking special distinction, rank, or status, commonly encountered. The ordinary, or common, man in the street. An early bicycle with a very large front wheel and small back wheel. A clergyman appointed to prepare condemned prisoners for death. A judge of a probate court. Heraldry, any of several conventional figures used on shields. Not exceptional in any way, especially in quality or ability or size or degree. Ordinary everyday objects. The expected or commonplace condition or situation. Not out of the ordinary. Compute the average of. Amount to or come to an average, without loss or gain. Around the middle of a scale of evaluation. Intermediate capacity. Act between parties with a view to reconciling differences. A substance formed during a chemical process before the desired product is obtained. Lying between two extremes in time or space or state. Going from sitting to standing without intermediate pushes with the hands. Usually plural, transmissions that are disseminated widely to the public. Around the middle of a scale of evaluation. Medium bombers. Bacteriology. A nutrient substance, solid or liquid, that is used to cultivate microorganisms. An occupation for which you are especially well suited. Someone who serves as an intermediary between the living and the dead. He consulted several mediums. A liquid with which pigment is mixed by a painter. A means or instrumentality for storing or communicating information. An intervening substance through which signals can travel as a means for communication. An intervening substance through which something is achieved. The dissolving medium is called a solvent. A state that is intermediate between extremes, a middle position. A happy medium. Biology. A substance in which specimens are preserved or displayed. Meat, cooked until there is just a little pink meat inside. The surrounding environment. Fish require an aqueous medium. Used of sums of money, so small in amount as to deserve contempt. Intend to refer to. Yes, I meant you when I complained about people who gossip. Marked by poverty befitting a beggar. A mean hut. Of no value or worth. Denote or connote. Maison means house in French. Have as a logical consequence. The water shortage means that we have to stop taking long showers. Used of persons or behavior, characterized by or indicative of lack of generosity. A mean person. An average of n numbers computed by adding some function of the numbers and dividing by some function of n. Approximating the statistical norm or average or expected value. The mean annual rainfall. Have in mind as a purpose. I mean no harm. Having or showing an ignoble lack of honor or morality. Taking a mean advantage. Mean or intend to express or convey. You never understand what I mean. Characterized by malice. In a mean mood. Destine or designate for a certain purpose. These flowers were meant for you. Excellent. Famous for a mean backhand. A statistic describing the location of a distribution. It set the norm for American homes. A standard or model or pattern regarded as typical. The current middle-class norm of 2 children per family. Dividing an animal into right and left halves. Relating to or constituting the middle value of an ordered set of values, or the average of the middle 2 in a set with an even number of values. The median value of 17, 20, and 36 is 20. Relating to or situated in or extending toward the middle. The number midway between the 2 middle numbers in a series containing an even or odd number of items. Of a manuscript, having few alterations or corrections. Fair copy. Very pleasing to the eye. Young fair maidens. Not excessive or extreme. A fairish income. Free from favoritism or self-interest or bias or deception, conforming with established standards or rules. A fair referee. Without favoring one party, in a fair even-handed manner. Deal fairly with one another. Used of hair or skin, pale or light-colored. A fair complexion. Gained or earned without cheating or stealing. An fair penny. A sale of miscellany, often for charity. Lacking exceptional quality or ability. Only a fair performance of the sonata. A traveling show, having sideshows and rides and games of skill, etc. In conformity with the rules or laws and without fraud or cheating. They played fairly. A competitive exhibition of farm products. She won a blue ribbon for her baking at the county fair. Attractively feminine. The fair sex. Free of clouds or rain. Today will be fair and warm. Gathering of producers to promote business. World Fair. Join so that the external surfaces blend smoothly. Of a baseball, hit between the foul lines. He hit a fair ball over the third base bag. Moderate to inferior in quality. They improved the quality from mediocre to above average. Lacking exceptional quality or ability. The caliber of the students has gone from mediocre to above average. Poor to middling in quality. There have been good and mediocre and bad artists. To certain extent or degree. Lacking exceptional quality or ability. The performance was middling at best. Any commodity of intermediate quality or size, especially when coarse particles of ground wheat are mixed with bran. An auxiliary verb, such as can or will, that is used to express modality. Relating to or constituting the most frequent value in a distribution. The modal age at which American novelists reach their peak is 30. Of or relating to a musical mode, especially written in an ecclesiastical mode. Relating to or expressing the mood of a verb. Modal auxiliary. A piece of open land for recreational use in an urban area. Common to or shared by two or more parties. A common friend. Being or characteristic of or appropriate to everyday language. Common parlance. Commonly encountered. A common, or familiar, complaint. Lacking refinement or cultivation or taste. Behavior that branded him as common. Of or associated with the great masses of people. The common people in those days suffered greatly. Of low or inferior quality or value. Produced the common cloths used by the poorer population. Belonging to or participated in by a community as a whole, public. For the common good. Having no special distinction or quality. Widely known or commonly encountered, average or ordinary or usual. The common man. To be expected, standard. Common decency. Make less strong or intense, soften. Not extreme. A moderate penalty. A person who takes a position in the political center. Make more temperate, acceptable, or suitable by adding something else. Make less severe or harsh. He moderated his tone when the students burst out in tears. Lessen the intensity of. Temper. Hold in restraint. Hold or keep within limits. Moderate your alcohol intake. Preside over. John moderated the discussion. Marked by avoidance of extravagance or extremes. Moderate in his demands. Being within reasonable or average limits, not excessive or extreme. Moderate prices. Make less fast or intense. Moderate your speed. Something regarded as a normative example. Being approximately average or within certain limits in e.g. intelligence and development. A perfectly normal child. Conforming with or constituting a norm or standard or level or type or social norm, not abnormal. Serve wine at normal room temperature. Forming a right angle. In accordance with scientific laws. A mathematical element that when added to another number yields the same number. A secret method of writing. Convert ordinary language into code. A message written in a secret code. A quantity of no importance. A person of no influence. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. Predict in advance. Have faith or confidence in. Specifically design a product, event, or activity for a certain public. Judge to be probable. Keep an account of. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. A mathematical element that when added to another number yields the same number. A secret method of writing. Convert ordinary language into code. A message written in a secret code. A quantity of no importance. A person of no influence. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration. Judge to be probable. Be or play a part of or in. Elections figure prominently in every government program. A diagram or picture illustrating textual material. A decorative or artistic work. The property possessed by a sum or total or indefinite quantity of units or individuals. The figure was about 1,000. A well-known or notable person. She is an important figure in modern music. Alternative names for the body of a human being. Imagine. Conceive of. See in one's mind. Language used in a figurative or non-literal sense. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. A combination of points and lines and planes that form a visible palpable shape. A model of a bodily form, especially of a person. He made a figure of Santa Claus. An amount of money expressed numerically. A figure of $17 was suggested. A predetermined set of movements in dancing or skating. She made the best score on compulsory figures. A unitary percept having structure and coherence that is the object of attention and that stands out against a ground. The impression produced by a person. He cut a fine figure. Understand. He didn't figure her. Have faith or confidence in. Judge to be probable. Take account of. You have to reckon with our opponents. Expect, believe, or suppose. Deem to be. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. Work out in detail. Find the solution to a problem or question, or understand the meaning of. Come up with. Do physical exercise. Give a workout to. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. Be calculated. The fees work out to less than $1,000. Happen in a certain way, leading to, producing, or resulting in a certain outcome, often well. How much there is or how many there are of something that you can quantify. Add up in number or quantity. The bills amounted to $2,000. A quantity of money. The amount he had in cash was insufficient. A quantity obtained by the addition of a group of numbers. Develop into. This idea will never amount to anything. Be tantamount or equivalent to. Her action amounted to a rebellion. The relative magnitude of something with reference to a criterion. An adequate amount of food for 4 people. Determine the sum of. The whole amount. Add up in number or quantity. Constituting the full quantity or extent, complete. A total failure. A quantity obtained by the addition of a group of numbers. Complete in extent or degree and in every particular. A total eclipse. Damage beyond the point of repair. My son totaled our new car. Put into a group. Determine the number or amount of. One of a series published periodically. The property possessed by a sum or total or indefinite quantity of units or individuals. The number of parameters is small. The number is used in calling a particular telephone. He has an unlisted number. Add up in number or quantity. A short performance that is part of a longer program. It was one of the best numbers he ever did. A symbol used to represent a number. Place a limit on the number of. Enumerate. We must number the names of the great mathematicians. A clothing measurement. A number 13 shoe. A concept of quantity involving zero and units. Every number has a unique position in the sequence. An item of clothing. She preferred the black nylon number. A numbered item in a series. Take the number 2 to the main square, then change to the number 5. A numeral or string of numerals that is used for identification and may be attached to accounts, memberships, etc. She refused to give them her social security number. A select company of people. I hope to become one of their number before I die. Give numbers to. You should number the pages of the thesis. The grammatical category for the forms of nouns and pronouns and verbs that are used depending on the number of entities involved, singular or dual or plural. In English, the subject and the verb must agree in number. Come from. Be connected by a relationship of blood, for example. He comes from humble origins. Add up in number or quantity. Come to one's mind. Suggest itself. The thick white fluid containing spermatozoa that is ejaculated by the male genital tract. Come forth. Move toward, travel toward something or somebody or approach something or somebody. Come down here. Be a native of. Develop into. Proceed or get along. He's come a long way. Come under, be classified or included. This comes under a new heading. Reach a destination. Arrive by movement or progress. Be received. To be the product or result. Melons come from a vine. Be found or available. These shoes come in 3 colors. The furniture comes unassembled. Come to pass. Arrive, as in due course. Dawn comes early in June. Cover a certain distance. Exist or occur in a certain point in a series. Experience orgasm. She could not come because she was too upset. Extend or reach. The sleeves come to your knuckles. Happen as a result. Nothing good will come of this. Have a certain priority. My family comes first. Reach or enter a state, relation, condition, use, or position. Come into contact with a terrorist group. Determine the sum of. Be reasonable or logical or comprehensible. Add up in number or quantity. Develop into. A datum that can be represented numerically. To gain with effort. She achieved her goal despite setbacks. Move forward or upward in order to touch, also in a metaphorical sense. Government reaches out to the people. The act of physically reaching or thrusting out. Be in or establish communication with. Our advertisements reach millions. The limit of capability. The limits within which something can be effective. He was beyond the reach of their fire. An area in which something acts or operates or has power or control. Outside the reach of the law. Reach a goal. Reach a point in time, or a certain state or level. This car can reach a speed of 140 miles per hour. Place into the hands or custody of. To extend as far as. The sunlight reached the wall. To exert much effort or energy. To gain with effort. Reach a destination, either real or abstract. The water reached the doorstep. To gain with effort. Put in effect.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.